Hi everybody, welcome to Shrudi's Pharma World. Today I'm going to talk about theories of corrosion. There are three theories that is involved in corrosion: acid theory, dry or chemical theory of corrosion, galvanic or electrochemical theory of corrosion. This electrochemical theory is also known as wet theory of corrosion. These are the three important theories that comes under corrosion. Acid theory. This theory states that acid causes corrosion of a metal. Iron is corroded by atmospheric carbon dioxide, moisture, and oxygen. Here you can see the corrosion products. These are the corrosion products. This metal, iron, is reacted with atmospheric carbon dioxide, moisture, and oxygen. Corrosion will be occur. These are the corrosion products. Dry or chemical theory of corrosion is the next theory. Dry or chemical theory of corrosion. According to chemical theory of corrosion, corrosion occurs due to the reaction between atmospheric gases such as oxygen, halogens, sulfur oxides, nitrogen oxides, hydrogen sulfide, and fumes of chemical products with metal. A metal is reacted with any of these gases that leads to corrosion. So this is what chemical theory of corrosion states. The chemical affinity of the metal to the reactive gas that predict the extent of corrosion. For example, alkali and alkaline earth metals react with oxygen at room temperature that leads to the development of corrosion product. So its corresponding oxides will be formed. So next is a galvanic theory of corrosion. When a single metal or two dissimilar metals are partially or completely dipped in a conducting liquid, this leads to the formation of galvanic cell on the metal surface, and further that leads to corrosion. This types of corrosion is known as galvanic corrosion. A single metal may contain both anodic and cathodic area. The chemical which is present in the environment or humidity of the atmosphere both act as electrolyte which cause the oxidation of anodic part, and that oxidation that results in corrosion at anode while reduction takes place at cathode. Therefore, formation of corrosion products takes place on the surface of metal between anodic and cathodic region. Galvanic corrosion occurs when current flow from anode to cathode. This anode represents more active metal while cathode represents less active metal. Now let's see corrosion reactions on a single metal. As I already said that a single metal may contain both anodic and cathodic area. This anodic and cathodic area is formed because of the imperfections which is occur on the metal surface due to various stress conditions or due to variation in the environmental condition. So stress may create imperfections on the metal surface that leads to the formation of anodic and cathodic area on a single metal itself. Let's take iron as an example for corrosion reaction occur on a single piece of metal. When a single piece of iron is dipped in hydrochloric acid, that leads to corrosion. Anodic and cathodic areas formed on the surface of iron. This is mainly because of the variation in the external environment. That environment create a stress or surface imperfections on the iron piece, and the variation in the external environment that create imperfections on the surface of this single piece of iron that leads to the development of anodic and cathodic area on the same metal itself. Here you can see a single piece of iron metal. Both anodic and cathodic area is visible here. This is anodic area and this is cathodic region. At the anodic area, oxidation reaction takes place with the release of electrons. So, positive charged iron atoms get detached from the surface of the solid and that enter into the electrolyte solution as positive ions. So, here iron Fe gives Fe2 plus 2 electron. This is the reaction that is occurring in this region. At the anodic area, Fe gives Fe2 plus plus 2 electron, and this reaction is indicated by a rough surface oxidation. And this is cathodic area, and here reduction will be occur. Reduction of constituents occurs with taking up of electrons. This electrons that reaches the cathodic area, and then that electrons react with hydrogen ions which is present in the electrolyte solution, and that leads to the formation of hydrogen gas. The free electron that reaches the cathode and that react with some positively charged species such as hydrogen ions which is present in the electrolyte solution, then hydrogen gas will be formed with 2H plus plus 2 electrons that gives H2. H2 is hydrogen gas, and this development of hydrogen gas is indicated by the formation of bubbles at the surface of the electrolyte solution. This is the overall reaction that is occur on a single piece of metal. Iron react with 2H2O that gives FeOH twice plus H2. This is corrosion product. Move on to the next point, corrosion reaction between two different metal. Here you can see zinc and copper. Zinc act as anode and copper act as cathode. These are the two electrodes which is connected with a wire. So spontaneous reaction will be occur. Here zinc act as anode. So oxidation will be occur in this region. Zn gives Zn2 plus plus 2 electrons. And this two electron that reaches the cathode, and from this region this two electron that react with hydrogen ions which is present in electrolyte solution, and then that produce hydrogen gas. At the cathodic area, reduction will be occur, that is indicated by the formation of bubbles at the surface. When current flows from anode to cathode, the anode metal will get corrode and that protect the cathode, and thus formed hydrogen accumulate on the cathodic surface that slows down the corrosion, and this is known as cathodic polarization. This is known as cathodic polarization because of this accumulation of hydrogen layer on the cathodic area. Because of that, this cathode will be protected, and this is known as galvanic theory of corrosion. In this presentation, we have discussed three theories of corrosion: acid theory, dry theory of corrosion, and electrochemical theory of corrosion. Hope you all understand. Thank you.